Vicky! You're not well, Vicky. You need professional help.
Says the man dressed as a bat.
I mean, you're dressed up too.
Let him go!
The butler has to die. Payment for Thomas Wooden's sins. He took away my family, so I'll take away his sons. If you really want to save the butler, bring me Bruce Wayne. If anyone can find him, it's you. He's probably cowering behind a 12-inch thick wall and 100 bodyguards right now.
Why should I trust you'll keep your word?
Because my mask is off now, Batman. I won't lie. You're doing so much for one old man.
Wrong button. I hit B.
You're doing so much for one old man.
Vicky, stop playing games.
This isn't a game to me. You know, Batman, I really don't understand. Why are you fighting me? I've done great things for Gotham. Falcone and Hill deserved to die. If anything, I did you a favor. We're fighting the same fight, Batman. Can you see that? We want the same things.
Those men deserved their day in court, just like everyone else.
So they could have gotten off like they did so many times before? No, Batman. They got exactly what they deserved. My justice is final and absolute. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be defending him. You think Bruce Wayne is any better than Ted? He hides behind his status and wealth. He's a coward, leaving other men. I'm curious, Batman. I know why I wear the mask. It's who I am, who I was always meant to be. What about you? Do you wear the mask to hide, or to become who you really are? Are you the man, or the mask?
The mask is just a tool. I could never do my job if people knew who I really was.
Really? Well, I was hoping for something a little more interesting. And once you're dead, I'm going to mount that mask on my wall. But first, I'll see the man beneath.
Hold on, Alfred. You came for me. After what you said, I knew you'd come. The man I made you.
Just hold on, Alfred. Did you see where she went?
She just disappeared.
I'm getting you out of here.
Above you!
interesting how you speak to him. So familiar. Alfred. Such concern. For someone you've never met before.
It's called compassion, Vicky. Something you seem to know very little about.
Sounds like deflection to me. There's more here than you're telling. It makes me wonder. Do you really care? Only one way to find out.
Oh. Batman, don't you?
Shut up, old man! You've seen my true self. Your turn. Prove that you care. Take off your mask. Let me see the man you really
Just saying, I originally removed the cowl, but I want to do something different.
You're only a piece.
Sorry,
of the
Alfred.
game, but you're the only piece I have left.
Ooh.
Alfred!
Looked like it knocked his eye out. God, that...
No more lies. No more talk. The only truth left is in your death.
Shit.
I'll bury you.
Stop, Vicky. It's over.
Nothing will keep me from my revenge. You belong in this darkness, Batman. You'll be buried with it. You and the butler. is how it was meant to be.
As to last week's events at Arkham Asylum, a spokesperson for the GCPD assured us that the breakout has been contained and all inmates have been returned to their cells. Miss Vale is missing and presumed dead following a gruesome battle with the caped vigilante known only as the Batman. Her death marks the end of Children of Arkham's reign of terror.
If the public knew the half of it.
It's better that they don't.
Oh, you got an awesome eye patch.
This came in the mail. It's unsigned.
Selina.
Sorry.
Alfred, here, let me help.
No, don't. With everything that's been going on, I haven't yet thanked you, Bruce. You've saved my life. I've no doubt Miss Vale would have killed me had you not arrived when you did. But the fact remains, in my state, I'm not of much use to you. It'll take time to adjust, and I'm afraid it may interfere with my butler duties.
Alfred, what happened to you is my fault. Lady Arkham only went after you because of me. You have supported me my entire life, and I failed to protect you.
I've known the risks for some time now. I don't blame you. But thank you, Bruce.
I promise you, I will use everything at my disposal to help you.
Oh.
Well, sure. I mean, the silver's not going to polish itself, is it?
We will get through this, Bruce. Don't lose sight of the fact that you've done some real good for Gotham. You should be proud.
I didn't take them down alone. I had help. You, Lucius, Gordon, Selina, and all those who gave their life fighting for Gotham.
To those who helped, and those we lost.
The damage done by the Children of Arkham has left Gotham a city in turmoil. Faith in those at the top has perhaps irrevocably been shaken. Acting Commissioner James Gordon has promised to speak out about the issue tonight during an emergency citywide address.
And I hope, despite the recent terror that's gripped our city, that Gotham's leading citizens will come out to show their support.
Will his token appointment be enough to regain the city's trust? It remains to be seen. But experts agree that
Gordon requested Gotham's leaders to stand behind him. Leaders like you. Let Gotham see who Bruce Wayne truly is, and let them know what you plan to do for his future.
Well,
You
this
need
could be
to
a
fix
fresh
that
start.
room.
For you, and for this city. Though, in Gotham, the only figure that can make as much impact as a Wayne
Is Batman.
You've helped this city tremendously, both as Bruce Wayne and Batman. And that person, whether he dons a cape or not, is someone I'm proud of and honored to call my friend.
Thank you, Alfred.
So, what do you intend to do about tonight?
Well, Lucius has yet to invent a suit that'll let Bruce Wayne and Batman be in the same place at once.
That is unfortunate. I suppose you must decide whose appearance will be more valuable. As Bruce, you can help repair the damage done to your name, get the public support so that you can change things from the top down. But Batman is a symbol of justice and strength. Maybe in these dark times, that is truly what Gotham needs the most.
My reasoning here is to go completely with Bruce.
Perhaps one is
Because-
the mask, and one is who you truly believe.
Please stop talking.
You are.
Batman shows up when people need help. He doesn't show up to get credit. That's not the point of Batman. Batman isn't there so you can pat him on the back. Batman does what's right because it's right. So if Batman doesn't show, no one's gonna bat an eye. So like, it's no big deal. If Bruce doesn't show, they're gonna be like, Bruce, why didn't you show? And yeah, it is in character for Bruce to show up. So there you go. I will go over other things after this because this is the ending of the game.
Let Gordon know Bruce Wayne will be there.
You'll make quite the impression. Gordon will be grateful.
Commissioner Gordon. He is here.
Commissioner Gordon. It doesn't sound right.
Don't worry. It will. Thank you for having me, Commissioner.
But to be honest, I was surprised to get your call. Now, after that nasty business at your manor, I know Harvey was a good friend of yours. A loss like that, I wouldn't blame you for lying low. What you did is no secret. These people all saw there's more to Bruce Wayne than just the playboy. Public opinion is bound to swing around. Before long, you'll be Gotham's golden boy again.
It's time I owned my family's past. Take responsibility for what my father did, so we can all move forward.
That can't be easy. But I'm glad that you're here. I was half hoping Batman might show up, too. I wouldn't mind knowing he was keeping an eye on things here.
Well, too bad he's not here. Wouldn't mind meeting him.
Yeah? Well, he's not much of a talker.
They're ready for you, Commissioner.
Now, during times like these, it can feel impossible to hold on to hope. But I have hope. Hope that together we can rebuild what was lost. Now, in the last few weeks, as much violence and terror as I've seen, I've also seen the citizens of this community band together to fight those threats. And one of those people is Bruce Wayne.
Thank you, Commissioner Gordon. Tough act to follow. I'm here today to not only show my support for our acting commissioner, but also for this city. Many of you have suffered terrible losses. And some of those losses came at the hands of my own father, or at least as a result of his actions. I would like to take this opportunity to apologize. To tell you how sorry I am for the pain the Wayne family has caused this community. If my recent incident with Harvey Dent has shown me anything, it's that I can no longer sit on the sidelines. My family's wealth was built on the suffering of others. I think it's time to repay that debt. I plan to use my resources to improve the city and make the lives of its citizens better. And to that end,
Please.
a closer alliance between the GCPD and Wayne Enterprises will provide the police force with the support, with the training, and the equipment they need to make Gotham safer than it ever has been before. The GCPD will be the most technologically advanced police force in the country. because the people of Gotham deserve to feel safe.
Is there supposed to be sound effects there? Hey, I remember you!
Clear the area! Get that bastard to lock up!
Looks like one of Penguin's thugs, I believe. From the bar.
Just minutes ago, Bruce Wayne delivered a rousing speech that turned into a shocking assassination attempt on his life.
He sure does clean up well. See you soon, Brucey.
Okay, I want to go over... shit, let's go ahead and go over it in order, because I imagine it's probably going to bring up a point where... Yeah. So, what did you do with Harvey's coin? Honestly, I didn't figure it mattered. I just figured putting it in his pocket was the less rude thing to do. Because I feel like throwing it's just like, he's going to go after it and try and grab it anyway, and it's like, if he doesn't, like, there's no way he can get it from me kind of thing. So just... It made sense to do. It was kind of... My opinion, that decision didn't make any fucking difference anyway. That was a dumb choice, but whatever. Did you blame Alfred for the involvement with Thomas Wayne? Most people said no. Because... I mean, there's... Hold on. Told Alfred that it didn't matter. All that matters was trying to fix it. And I think that's a fair thing to say. I don't think it's a rude thing to say. It's like... it's like the past is the past. It doesn't matter. Like, it's... Blamed Alfred. Those guys were probably just, trying to see what would happen, test the waters and stuff like that. But, That was like a no-brainer. How did you respond? Most people regarded Selina as more than a thief. Yeah, see... I don't know, like, I think I was able to salvage it by saying, oh, well, you saved my life. Because firstly, that's, like, more of an evidence thing than, I love you. So, like, that mattered. But, like, the other option is, like, be a complete dickhead, and it's like, I'm not trying to be a complete dickhead, because it's just gonna make her upset. She's like, oh, I'm a piece of shit, but if you call her a piece of shit, she's gonna get mad. It's like when girls post selfies and they say they're ugly. If you call them ugly, they're gonna get mad. You just gotta tell them the opposite. You can't agree with them. Did you take off the cowl? Okay, so, yes. My original playthrough, I did take off the cowl because I just didn't think about it. And what happens if you take off the cowl is you end up losing a part of your ear as a symbol that you did that. Which, it doesn't blow your identity or anything. They're just like, Bruce, what happened? And Bruce is like, well, I don't know. So, there's that. But let's also stop and think, because here was the thing I thought about, like, almost immediately after was, holy shit. If she lives, that's bad. So it was very fortunate that she died, because if she lived through that, that's a huge, huge blow to you, and that is a huge risk. Plus, Alfred being who he is, he's not going to get upset at you for not taking off the cowl. He understands it, and he was even saying beforehand, don't do it. So it's perfectly acceptable to not do it. And with him losing his eye, it also works out because people are going to know that he was kidnapped and tortured, so there's no explanation that needs to be presented. I think actually keeping the cowl on makes more sense in the long run. But taking it off does give you a nice interaction between Bruce and Vicky, because she freaks out and is like, whoa, 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 what the fuck do you mean you're Bruce Wayne? Bruce Wayne's a piece of shit. So, like, there's an interesting dynamic there, but I actually think keeping the cowl on was, in a real sense, the smarter choice. And that was what I wanted to say. Show up as Bruce or Batman, same bit, like I already explained it. Like, it doesn't make sense for Batman to show. Batman's not there for pride or glory. And it'd just be weird if Bruce didn't show up. Like, this is the chance. Like, it just made sense from an in-character perspective to make this decision. So I got the minority, but and I felt bad. I do feel bad having his fucking eye blown out like that. Like I was curious because I was like, I know by keeping this helmet on, it's going to hurt Alfred, but I was not sure how it was going to go. Click here. Compassionate, brutal, cunning, collaborative. Okay, well, there was no real official, because this whole thing was just me talking about, alright. This whole thing was just me talking about, like, my decisions and stuff and not about the LP stuff in future. So, I want to take a brief moment to go through that. There is a sequel to this game, and it's called The Enemy Within. I'm going to brand it as Batman The Enemy Within, and I called this one TellTale's Batman because they were stupid and just named the fucking game Batman, and that's just a bad name. So I had to find a way to separate it from like the NES games and all that other crap that just is named Batman. It's just better for branding and search results and stuff like that. So I plan on doing Enemy Within. Right now, the main thing I'm thinking about is just a matter of when. So I feel like I've did a really weird thing with the whole Mario and Rabbids thing, because Mario and Rabbids is technically next, the DLC is. And I'm thinking like maybe I should just do Enemy Within right after that, and then it could be like a back-to-back between Batman and Mario and Rabbids. And like this game wasn't too long, and that's kind of what I'm trying to base it off of. Like I think this might have been, it was 15 as of chapter 3, so maybe I'm guesstimating about 25, might be a little bit longer. But that's kind of what my mind is thinking about, is just how quickly do I want to go into the Enemy Within. And a lot of me saying just do it because like I can wait, but I feel like this ends on like a cliffhanger type thing where I'm going to want to do it sooner opposed to later, if that makes any sort of sense. So right now, I'm just going to put it out there. It is a high possibility that I will do the Enemy Within, like, right after the DLC. If not, like, relatively soon, but that's right now what I'm thinking about the most. It feels like it's right to go for it, and it's a case of, why should I wait? Like, you know there's going to be more, and this is a different case with a different game that I've never done anything like this before, where it's so story-focused that it feels like it leaves on a cliffhanger. Like, anything I've done, it's always had a sense of closure, as to where this, you want to know what happens with Joker, and, like, you know there's more, so I don't want to cliffhang you for too long. But that's basically my logic, that's what I'm thinking about. I'll see you guys with the Rabbids DLC, and, then after that, maybe Enemy Within, maybe not. I'm going to say it's a like 90% likelihood that I will. I'm going to take a break from recording and editing for a while though. So I'll see you guys later.